to Waterford, the oldest city in all of Ireland and one that was founded by Vikings. And we are officially here to explore this magical and colorful town. So let's go! City is literally the oldest city in the Republic of Ireland, and it dates back to the year 853 when Vikings first established their settlements in the coast of this beautiful city. Now, the cool thing about this place is that the old town and the new town blend in together, and you're able to see 1,000 years of history in the making from the new to the old if you just take time to join the locals and stroll through its beautiful and colorful streets. As you explore the new town, you're going to find everything from pubs offering the famous Guinness beer, to stores that are world-renowned, to mom-and-pop shops that are there for the best souvenirs, and of course, Michelin-rated restaurants, or maybe you just want to stop for coffee, plenty of cafes to go around in the area. So we are officially walking towards the Vikings Triangle, but we did come across a church and it's supposed to have fabulous stained glass. So we're gonna go in, check it out, and then we're gonna head on our way to the
Viking Square or Triangle.
One of those. Let's go. St. John's Church was actually founded in the year 1212. It is more than just a church that you will find here in Waterford City. It is actually one of the oldest in the entire town, and as such it holds huge historical value in terms of religious persecution and art. Now, walking through these hallways, you're going to be able to admire the beautiful glass-stained windows and the history within them. Now, everything here is truly a masterpiece. A quick 10-minute walk from St. John's Church, you will arrive at one of the greatest sculptures in all of Waterford, and that is going to be the sculpture Strombo and Eve. Now, this sculpture was unveiled in 2014, and it's right in the middle of Bishop's Palace, which is immensely beautiful to look at. And of course, it's at the entry of the Vikings Triangle, and this is when you know you have officially entered into the grounds of Old Town. Here are so beautiful, and this street brings us right to the main attraction, and that is the Viking boat next to the tower. That is so cool. Now, the Vikings Triangle has many cultural and historical riches, but we're gonna start with one of the most impressive ones, and that is gonna be a 40 feet long Viking boat, and it's a red sail, and it's actually named Waterford, as you can tell. Now, I can't quite pronounce that, but I can tell you the meaning, and that is Waterford. Now, this long boat was actually built by a group of men in Waterford, and in included carpenters, plumbers, architects, you name it. And the point of this was to honor the Vikings and those settlers that created the Waterford city. Reginald's Tower is the oldest civic building in the entire city, and it has remained mostly unchanged through the centuries, but its purpose has definitely varied through time, from a prison to a military storehouse to an industrial warehouse. The point is that it remains standing, and it remains to be very valuable to the city of Waterford. All right, so we have left the Viking boat, as much as I wanted to continue to stay there and row, and we're just kind of walking through the city. Now, it is sleepy because most of the entertainment is done at night, and we are here in the morning, but it does have so much to offer.
Yeah.
Like, they have a crystal factory, they have a medieval museum, and they even have a Viking alternative reality where you just kind of get to walk through that time period and feel like you're one of the members of society back in the time when this city was created.
Yeah.
That might feel a little too real for me.
Yeah.
But it is really cool. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, it's located here. This used to be an abbey, I think.
A Franciscan monastery type place.
In the 14th century. So, I mean, just looking at the structure is awesome. And then just to have the Viking alternate reality, and I think it's kind of cool.
It really is, because they actually built it using the methods of back in the day.
Yeah.
So it makes it even more authentic. But I don't know. It just doesn't sit well with me. I'm all for the Vikings. I just don't want to feel like I'm with them. So now we've come across this, which is the Sword Slayer, and now it does kind of help you get an idea of how tall Vikings were. So it says that Vikings are 175 centimeters and women were about 160. So let's see how we measure up.
So Jess is right at the Viking height of 160.
I'm at the women Viking height of 160. Barely. Let's see where Adrian ranks. Whoa, you are tall. 185. So Adrian's 185. So you are taller than a Viking. That, you know, what's so crazy? I always thought that Vikings were much taller. I am quite shocked. I really am. Okay, so walking the triangle has built up our appetite. So we are currently on the search for some lunch.
Guinness.
That's his main priority. We're just kind of enjoying the vibe on this side. Now on the triangle, it is more of a nighttime place.
It looks like it, yeah. Unless you're going to see like the museum and the tower.
Yes. So it seems that we have finally managed to find a place.
Yes.
We wanted a pub, but a pub with food.
Yeah. I think all pubs have food.
You know, so like kind of meet in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go in and get some grub on. And that hot soup was just exactly what we needed to continue our day and this road trip. So let's walk through downtown, get to our car, and jet off to our next destination for the day. arrival time is about 40 minutes. We've come across some doubtful roundabouts. And they're not doubtful because of how they're made. They're doubtful because of how we're driving. We're still kind of getting the hang of driving here in Ireland. I have to say though, that the people here in Ireland have been nothing but nice when it comes to driving. It's like they can tell that we are complete chaos.
Well, it's because we have the big old rental car sticker in the back of the car, so they know that we're not from here.
Yeah, so they're so sweet. Like they're like, no, go, you know, like, or they kind of like wait on us, and it's been really nice. Well, that was an interesting drive. We've made it to Kilkenny, not affiliated with the cartoon, of course. And we have arrived at our bed and breakfast. And so far, it's incredibly cute. We were welcomed with a hot cup of tea and some biscuits. And an amazing tour of what the city will look like. After such a warm welcome from our bed and breakfast host, we decided what a better way to see the city than to go check it out in the evening time under the moonlight. Now, we stayed fairly close to the city center, and all we had to do was cross a couple of bridges. Now, while we were walking, we did get a chance to see the riverbank and also catch the clouds as they were coming down onto the city. So it made that a very exciting and relaxing experience. So one of the coolest things about arriving in a town later in the evening is that we actually get more of a personal feel because the crowds are really not out in the streets anymore, only a handful of people. So you kind of get to see things like this, like the castle, without all the tourists, without the whole shebang. You just kind of get to enjoy it and kind of like immerse into it. And I think that's one of the coolest things when we walk around and we see these places just with the lights on, and it's honestly a surreal feeling. And I'll highly recommend that you do that at the next place you go because it truly is an experience and a great way to get started. Okay, so we've soaked it all up, just as usual, and now we are wanting to head down towards where all the life is, all the nightlife. So we're gonna go check out downtown and hopefully, just hopefully catch some dinner. That was a long walk, about 5 minutes. And we are now back in Texas.
Yes, we are.
Paris, Texas, that is. Well, not really. But they do have a restaurant by the name of Paris, Texas, right here in Kilkenny, Ireland. And it was highly recommended. They said, hey, you guys are Texan. You guys should go to the restaurant called Paris, Texas. It's the highlight of town. Yeah. So we said,
why not?
Why not? I mean, after all, we're in Ireland. Shouldn't we have Texan food? Yeah. So here we go. Let's go. Texan-style New Orleans food and Irish music was an interesting one for sure. I'll do it again. Everybody talked about the hole-in-the-wall bar, a bar from 1582 where soldiers actually used to come in here, hide out and drink. And it's so dark. It looks so appealing. It's like everything they tell you not to do. Don't go into dark alleys. I don't know, I think we may go in. hole in the wall is truly one of the best experiences to do in Kilkenny. Now, it is a secret bar and it has been restored to its natural beauty, but this dates back to the year 1582. Soldiers used to come in here, hide and drink, and now it is open to the public, completely remodeled, in a place where you turn off your cell phones, you go learn a little bit from a very important cardiologist who owns this bar now, and you enjoy the night.